Alright, we are here in Stormworks, and we have another off-road truck. I don't know if the last one was really a truck. Vehicle that I've made, so we're just going to kind of check it out and play around with it and show off all of its features. So here we have it. I don't really have a name for it. It does not work with the trailers and everything in-game, but I do plan on making like a little dolly off the back that will work with the rest, and I'll probably put out a few of my own trailers for it as well, just because it's nice not having to have two different trailers on there to work with one. But yeah, so it's got all custom suspension, which is super fun to play around with and try and figure out how I wanted to do that. I ended up just going with like a pivot, and then it goes into suspension piece, and then it goes out, and then I have two pistons on each side, and then I have one of those for every single wheel. So that was pretty fun. I tried a bunch of different stuff, but this seemed to work out pretty well. I wanted to put a second one, but I didn't have room, and this works pretty well. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a weirder truck. Not as much going on in the back. We do have fuel here, so you can refill here or on the other side. You can't open the hood or anything like that, but you can open up doors here. You can go ahead and hop on in. They got these nice little windows down there. So the cab feels nice and spacious in here, which I love. Yeah, not much in the cab though. Yeah, it's got kind of a nice look, especially with this little center screen pivoted in. You do have mirrors, which you can look at, not as much here, but you can see there and you can see there. That one's not as good. We got a compass, we've got cab light, cab heat, we got all sorts of fun stuff. We can go ahead and turn the truck on. There we go. We have our speed, we have fuel, engine temperature, RPM. So the fuel goes down incredibly, very slow. So as you can see here, this is about how quickly it goes through it. So a little bit quicker than that once we get up and going. But yeah, so it's pretty good. So we'll go down. I already was driving this around today, and we'll just rev it up. And there you can see it going through all of the fuel. We also don't have cooling, but I've not had it overheat. I've tested it for hours. So yeah, I think it'll be okay. Most of my newer stuff especially doesn't have any cooling. You just have to build your stuff efficient enough, with a good enough transmission, and all that fun stuff, and you tend to be good. This transmission was graciously made by Citrus, who I beg to make all my transmissions because I don't enjoy them at all. So I'm very grateful to him for that. Now, the H menu, I still need to put a couple of things on. This truck's not all the way done yet, but we got our horn, we got our shifter. You can see your gears over there. You can also choose which wheels you're actually giving power to by just tapping in the middle there. So now I have none, so that won't give power to any of my wheels. But it starts with the outer wheels on and leaves the middle ones off. It really doesn't matter, it doesn't change a lot, but it does if you're off-roading or anything like that. You can just flip them all on. But that's kind of just a good thing. You can also change to four-wheel steering, so that will make the rear wheels steer as well. So you can pretty much turn on a dime. We also have our low mode. That basically just keeps the engine lower. We have our light bar up there. And then we do have headlights, but those aren't currently working. I'm not quite sure why. The composite is all correct, and it literally just goes to a light, so I'm a bit confused by that. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and drive it, so we'll put it into first. I turned it off, damn it. 4 right now is my parking brake, because I don't have one yet. And we can go ahead and make our way down this mountain. It does have 8 gears in total, so you can just look over if you want to see what gear you're in, and you'll be able to see all the suspension doing its fine work. There you go, so they can all move separately, which is really cool. I like just watching it. It's pretty fun though. It was fun to do some testing with. I've not really made custom suspension before, but this is pretty fun. I'm definitely gonna have to do this a little bit more. So here's actually the other beast that I made. This one's already on the workshop. I've already got a video on it, maybe a couple, but that one's pretty neat. But yeah, I've been going through, I guess it doesn't start with the parking brake on. I don't remember where anything is. Parking brake is 1. There we go. But yeah, so I've been really enjoying making these kind of heavy-duty trucks. They're pretty fun. So I'm definitely going to be looking for more to do. They're really quick too. But I hope to get some more trailers and stuff working for them all. so I can get them to kind of work with each other a little bit, which I think will be pretty neat. But it's pretty fun building like the big industrial stuff, because it's easier generally all around. And there's just so much less to them, honestly. It's pretty much just the engine and transmission that takes work, and then it's just decorating. It's not got any complicated systems or anything like that. Even if I wanted to do a complicated system in them, it's really quick and easy. But yeah, this one's pretty tough. This can take down a couple of trees. This one is not. It's not got a bumper on a separate sub-body or anything like that. But it does have the custom suspension. I don't actually have a name for this truck yet. I based it off something and then I lost the photo and forgot what it was. So I should probably write some of that stuff down. But I'm definitely liking the look of kind of this little fleet that I'm building. And I'm very much looking forward to the next few things that I build with it. I would like to get back to the 7.6. I've got a few good ideas with that, but it's very boring and not fun work. So these have been kind of a nice little change of pace and gets me building some stuff that I can release, which is always really nice. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Still a bit more to do on it, obviously, but it should be hitting the workshop pretty soon. So keep your eyes out and make sure to subscribe if you enjoy it. But yeah, so that'll be it for this. Thanks for watching.